Hello and welcome back to Rogers Reports. I'm your host with the most, call me Rogers, and today we are going to be starting with the transfer content. Let's put that season behind us. Let's put that awful last day of the season behind us and look forward, because there is going to be a humongous clear out at Aston Villa, and it's going to start, allegedly, if you look at all the rumours, from the back with EMI MARTINEZ. We have two replacements allegedly lined up for him. We're going to be looking at both of them, seeing who we should get. But if you are enjoying the Aston Villa transfer content, leave a like, subscribe down below, turn notifications on so you do not miss a single thing on the channel. Now let's have a look at the first clear out of Aston Villa, the goalkeeper. It's been pretty obvious that EMI MARTINEZ is going to leave Aston Villa at the end of the season to go somewhere to win trophies. Good luck when you're getting sent off like an idiot instead of getting a Champions League qualification. But this season hasn't been the best for EMI MARTINEZ. He is 32 years of age, and we have identified two young goalkeepers who have smashed it respectively in their leagues this season and been huge parts for their club respectively again this season, that could replace EMI MARTINEZ in goal for Aston Villa next season. It's going to be weird not having him. He's been in goal for us since 2020. But now it could be time to look forward. Robin Olsen also departing the club, so I'm sure we'll be looking for a new number 2 as well. We're going to be looking at both of those lads, and it's Lucas Chevalier and Joan Garcia from Lille and Espanyol, I believe it is, respectively. They're both very, very exciting goalkeepers. And let me tell you, I think they're going to be fantastic replacements for EMI MARTINEZ as we go forward. But let's have a look at EMI MARTINEZ first and see what he's done for Villa this season. So here you have it, Aston Villa's number 23, the world's number 1, although he definitely won't be the best goalkeeper in the world this year. EMI MARTINEZ, 8 clean sheets in 37 Premier League games this season. He conceded 45 goals. He saved 1 out of the 2 penalties that he has faced. An average rating of 7.1. 5 yellow cards, most of them for time wasting, and the 1 red card against Manchester United. Right-footed, 195 centimetres tall. A current market value of 27 million. Ignore that. We would definitely get at least 40 to 50, I think, for him, especially if Saudi clubs are interested. But he is 32 years of age. He'll be 33 by the start of the very early stages of next season. He's given Villa a solid 5 years, 213 games for Aston Villa Football Club. Now, if we go down here, we will see his stats in the Premier League this season. Now, first things first, 100 saves puts him in the 80th percentile, which isn't too bad, but his save percentage this season, only 69%. Only the top 60th percentile, not the best in the world. The 45 goals conceded puts him in the bottom 20%. He's prevented 1.16 goals. So effectively what that means is he's conceded 45 goals. His goalkeeping this season means that we should have conceded 46, but he's prevented around a goal on XG and all those other kind of metrics over the course of the 37 games that we have played. Not too bad, puts him in the top 70th percentile. The 8 clean sheets, 73rd percentile. 50% penalty save ratio. We know he's good at saving penalties. That has always been a big thing of his game. 1 error leading to a goal this season. However, Aston Villa did concede the first shot on target about 20 times this year. I just don't think EMI MARTINEZ has been fantastic this year, but it is what it is. He's acted as a sweeper keeper 24 times and made 56 high claims, which is the most in the league. We know that's how Villa like to play. The high line with EMI MARTINEZ ready to come and mop up. Although he's also ready to come and WWE body slam someone and get sent off as well. No, I am not still salty about it. Maybe I am. Who knows? Pass accuracy this season of 77%. 202 accurate long balls with a long ball accuracy of 42.4%. We know he is good with the ball at his feet. But you compare this to his other season in the Premier League, you'll see, if we go back to last season, for example, and go down here, 95 saves, 66% save percentage, so slightly less, conceded slightly more goals, but he prevented 4 goals last season, same amount of clean sheets. Those are all the same as well. Pass accuracy, slightly better, accurate, more long balls. We definitely played it shorter last season, but 4 goals prevented. The season before, 98 saves, 72% save ratio, 11 clean sheets. He was so good that season as well. Really kept us in where we needed to be. But this season, I think overall, I don't think anyone would argue if you said that EMI MARTINEZ has had a bit of a fall off. And now, he was crying on the last day at Villa Park. He's definitely going to go, and he's definitely going to go. Where he's going to go, I have no idea. As long as we get sort of 40 to 50 million, I think that's absolutely fine. For a goalkeeper of his age, and the fact that the season that he's had hasn't been the best, I think, by his standards either. But who are we going to get to replace him? Now, it's also worth remembering that FFP is going to be on Villa's back. Now we've only got Europa League. And EMI MARTINEZ, and wages has always been a big issue for Villa. EMI MARTINEZ is on £150,000 a week. So that's just something else to remember before we look at these lads. But first of all, let's have a look at our player from Lille, but he is nothing but Lille. It is Lucas Chevalier. And here he is, Mr. Luca himself. 30 wears on the back. He wears 30 on the back. I don't know why I spelled it like that. Wears 30 on the back of his shirt. He's 189 centimetres tall, right-footed, market value of around 28 million. I think we'd probably be able to get him for probably around £25 million, you would imagine. He's only 23 years of age, so still a young keeper. And this season, 11 clean sheets in 34 games for Lille. 36 goals conceded. Hasn't saved a penalty. Fair enough. Work on that boy. 7.15 average rating as well. For context, EMI MARTINEZ 150 grand a week. Lucas Chevalier is on about £18,000 a week. So we could probably snatch him up on a deal, 40 to 50 grand a week? That's saving around £100,000 in wages per week for Aston Villa Football Club. We like the sound of that. So this season, 96 saves in goal for Lille. A save percentage of 72.7%. He's conceded 36 goals. He has prevented 8 goals this season. That puts him in the top 13th percentile in that league. 8 goals. Compared to EMI MARTINEZ's 1, he has literally prevented 7 more goals. So, hey, you're going to test my maths here. Lille should have conceded 43 goals. They've only conceded 36 because of this man. 11 clean sheets for Lille this season puts him in the top pretty much 6th percentile. Now, the one thing that worries me about Mr. Chevalier is this. He's only acted as a sweeper keeper 6 times, and his high claim percentage is only 21%. His pass accuracy is 77 and 43, 158 accurate long balls. He's not the worst with the ball at his feet, and we're going to be looking at some highlights a little bit later on. But not the best. And will Emery look at that and think maybe he wants the other option who might be slightly better with his feet? I don't know. Spoiler alert, stay around to know about that guy. But ultimately, in goal, an absolute machine. 72% save accuracy and 8 goals prevented this season. And he's just getting better. If we look at his stats last season in League 1, you'll see prevented about 5 goals, 15 clean sheets last year. Again, that's 74% save accuracy. Again, not acting too much. He did save 2 penalties last season as well, so he can actually save them. And he's increased his pass accuracy, especially his long ball accuracy, by quite some margin. So Lucas Chevalier is the first option. Now, Lille finished 5th in League 1 this season, which means they only earned themselves qualification to the Europa Conference League, not the Europa League. So it would be a step up for him, and obviously going from League 1 to the Premier League is a step up. I think he would be a very, very good option. But who is the other option? Well, he's a player that even Barcelona are interested in. Let's have a look at Joan Garcia. So, Mr. Garcia, now this one is going to be hard because apparently Barcelona are pushing very hard for the signature of this man. He plays for Espanyol, who barely avoided relegation this season. He's on about 5 grand a week, by the way, so that is mental. He is on like no money whatsoever at the moment, so it'll be an absolute steal. He has a release clause of 30 million euros, so it's about 25 million quid, because they did manage to avoid relegation on the last day of the season, in large parts thanks to him. 24 years of age, only just turned 24 as well, literally this month. And a very, very good goalkeeper. But Barcelona really pushing. They want to sign him, then send him out on loan. So is he going to, as a Spanish player, you probably always want to go to a Barcelona or a Real Madrid. Is he going to favour that over regular first-team football for a Premier League club who are competing in Europe? Will Emery have a swing on him? We do not know. But this season, 8 clean sheets, 38 games, 51 goals conceded. Now, bearing in mind, this is for a relegation team. 2 out of 6 penalties saved, but a 7.17 average match rating. And this guy is fantastic. You'll see in the highlights. We go down here, 145 saves, the best in La Liga last season, a save percentage of 74%. Yes, he conceded 51 goals, but that's because he's playing for a team that barely, I mean, they literally avoided relegation on the last day of the season. 7.5 goals prevented, again, the best in La Liga last season. 8 clean sheets. He saved 2 penalties. And look at this, 64 high claims, and he acted as a sweeper keeper 20 times. 232 accurate long balls, a 66% pass accuracy, and 40% long ball accuracy. He is clearly a very, very good young goalkeeper, a very, very good player, hence why Barcelona want him, hence why there's been talk of Arsenal also being after him. If we could get him, I think this is the keeper we go for. But those are the stats. What about the eye test of these two heroes? Let's start with Lucas Chevalier, and let's start off with a little bit of a penalty save, shall we? We love that all the way to the bank. Thanks to 360 edition, another penalty save. Thanks to 360 edition for the video, link in the description below. And this isn't just going to be a penalty save compilation, although it might be. That's against Leon Bailey. You might remember that one. But let's have a look at how he is as a keeper. A fantastic save there. Brilliant on the follow-up as well. This is why this guy's prevented like 8 goals last season. You look at him scrambling. Brilliant goalkeeping on display there. I mean, that's a fantastic save. Good at the near post as well. We always like a good near post save. And you just look at this and sometimes you just get a feeling that a keeper is very, very good at football. And that is the type of feeling that you get from Lucas Chevalier. Maybe we would have liked to see him catch that one. But look at that for a double save. Is that against Real Madrid as well? That is outrageous. Look at that for a little save. Tipping it over. Close range. He is just an absolute animal, isn't he? Look at the saves that he's pulling off, lads. Against PSG there, fantastic save. He's really good at tipping it over the bar from close distances. I mean, look at these saves. And I know EMI Martinez has all of this in his bag as well. But this is outrageous for the amount of money that we'd be paying. Brilliant save again there. Diving quick, getting down low. He is a very good goalkeeper. That's ridiculous. Did that hit his face? I think it did. That is outrageous. Hey, however you save it. Look at these saves. I might be sold on him. But then again, I think Garcia might be better. Here he is, thanks to SVMM for this link in the description below as well. It is Joan Garcia there, starting off with a fantastic little save down at the near post for Espanyol. Let's get a feel for why he is such a wanted goalkeeper. Perhaps the most wanted goalkeeper in Europe right now. And this is the exact reason why. Fantastic. And you can see some similarities, I think. How's he going to save that? Fantastic. Between Garcia and Chevalier, in the sense of they're both very, very good at getting those quick reflex saves. You know what I mean? And again, with the ball at their feet, perhaps the both of them need to do a little bit of work. But these reflex savers, these fingertips to the ball when it's curling inside of the post, that is what you're looking for in a goalkeeper. That's a brilliant little nick save there as well at the near post. And sometimes I wonder whether EMI Martinez has all of this stuff in his bag anymore. Good save. Should have maybe caught that one and kept it. But nonetheless, you can see why these two keepers are two that everyone, I mean, all the big teams in Europe want these two guys, right? All the big teams in Europe are after these two goalkeepers. That is just a little bit of intent that I like, a little bit of nastiness in that play. Doesn't care what's going to happen. He's getting to that football again. They're all going to be fantastic saves because these are his highlights, obviously. But gets down well. Fantastic reflex saves. Always ready on there for the double save as well. Good. That's good concentration. Don't want to get caught out on those types of free kicks. David Seaman learned that the hard way. And we'll watch this save there. Good. Finally, he caught one as well. That is one thing I wanted to see here. I mean, look at that for a pass. Well, hey, it's always good to see a highlight with the ball at their feet. We'll watch these little balls at the feet highlight as well. So you can see he has a good passing range on him as well. And look, this is important. This is how Villa play. So stuff like that is very important here. Sweeper keeper. No cross-body WWE tackle. Just a good header. We like to see that. They're both very good goalkeepers. Who the hell do we go for? And there you have it. The two EMI Martinez replacements. Now, Garcia, like I say, is going to be hard to get over the line purely because Barcelona want him and apparently are starting deals with him already. If we can nick in there and get that deal done, especially now if we know that Martinez is leaving. I would probably take that. Chevalier, though, also seems like a fantastic option. I'm split, but I'll be happy with both of these guys at club. We're going to be saving, I reckon, no matter who we get, around £100,000 a week on wages. We're going to be able to sell Martinez probably for about £35 to £45 million. We're probably looking at about 25 million on these two lads, so we're going to make a little bit of profit there as well for the old FFP warriors that are on our back from the Premier League and the FA, etc. And I think we've done a very, very good job scouting two very, very good goalkeepers. But who would you want? Leave your comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one.